Cloud Tech Exec,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
What made you come up with that?
I've been through several iterations of trying to do this social media thing, and I ended up I spent I don't even want to say how much I spent, but I learned a good bit about running ads from this one guy's name is Alec. Shout out to Alec. But as we were developing a strategy for that, brand building was a piece of it.
Gotcha.
And he was like, you need to choose something that rolls off the tongue, something that has alliteration, something that people could easily recognize. And I think at the time, I forgot what I was trying to choose. I think I was trying to. I don't even remember what the other name I was gonna choose, but Cloud Tech Exec. It now it just sticks. It
Yeah.
rings. It'll be like I'll go to. I went to a render. They'd be like, Cloud. I'm like, oh, what's going on?
That's dope.
But the point was, you have people like Tayon Tech, like that has a certain alliteration to
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
right?
yep, yep.
It was to develop something similar to that, and I feel like I got it now, and it sticks, and I'm gonna rock out with it.
Nice.
But just having that brand recognizability, and that was the deal, something unique. But the goal is like, hey, I'm good at cloud. Like
Yeah,
nobody at this point in my life is gonna tell me I don't know something about the cloud.
yeah.
And the goal eventually is to be your own executive for your own brand, your own business.
Yep.
That's the end goal. That's the exit strategy. So I
Nice.
think those align, and I just rock out with it now.
Nice, nice, man.
Yeah.
Is there specific cloud stacks that you teach and that you
So
don't?
yeah, presently, like every Wednesday, I do like a free masterclass for everyone in my community. You could just come in and watch me build out a project for your portfolio end from end. And randomly, I'll just pick one: Azure, AWS, GCP. Those are the main three that I think people should focus on. But primarily, I would say I'm most skilled on Azure.
Okay.
So the cloud native tooling associated with the platform is what I stick to, but I'm competent on all three of the platforms.
Nice.
So to me, personally, I'll just tell someone pick between Azure and AWS, gold medal versus silver medal. You literally can't go wrong. Number one or number two on the planet,
Yeah.
you're gonna have a good result, right? But I would say that as far as like the stack, there are certain tools that I perceive to be landing zone or baseline tools for the platform, right? So if you look at the Azure platform, you have your VNet, subnet, virtual machine, log analytics workspace, cloud storage, key vault, Azure firewall, right? Those are like your foundational tools that you would use for the platform if you don't have a workload in it.
Gotcha.
That's literally, I have an empty shell. I'm fit to put my workload in there. Your Azure Monitor, your Azure Policy, those are foundational level things. Now, as far as like the actual workload tools, I would say more Azure Virtual Machine, Azure Kubernetes Service. Those are the things that I'm developing. Those are like the skill sets that I'm presently in development with.
Okay.
Like at least with the engagements that I've been a part of, there's usually two separate camps of the engineers. You'll have the ones that'll actually come in and set up the landing zone, the foundation, right?
Okay.
That'll be what I'll do. And then you'll actually have the people to set up the workload and then manage and upgrade the workload from there.
Gotcha.
Ideally, a company will want somebody who could do everything from end to end,
Yeah.
right? And that is expensive. Okay,
Yeah.
I don't give a damn what you done. That's gonna be
Yeah.
expensive if you want to got to do both of those things. But right now, I'm in the stage where I'm developing that Kubernetes skill set, trying to work to develop that serverless skill set and mindset with things. But similarly with other cloud platforms, it's the same thing as well too. You have your VPC, your subnet, your security groups, your virtual machines, your Cloud Trail, Cloud Watch, Cloud Logs, whatever,
Yeah.
right? Those foundational level tools are going to be your catalyst for you to develop either your cloud native tooling or your third party tooling.
Nice.
If you have like a solid foundation for a cloud platform, in my opinion, the sky's the limit. Because, right, let's say you develop the skills that you need to build out a cloud landing zone. At that point, you pick whatever you want. Splunk, Datadog, Rapid7.
Right.
If you could build out a cloud landing zone, you can put whatever third party tooling you want in there
Yep.
and build out that skill set.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good, man. What do you offer like with the Cloud Tech Exec?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I do offer, well, one, my community's free. Like if you literally was just like, hey, I want to learn cloud, come in there. Every Wednesday I have a free masterclass where you literally watch me build out some enterprise or relatively enterprise grade project for you to add to your portfolio, right? Last week, I was showing my mentees how to build out Ansible manually from
Nice,
scratch. So
nice. Okay.
it'll be a combination of manual things to give you your foundation, and then we'll iterate through that and make it automated as well. I had another week where I did Tenable Nessus from scratch, right? Showing you how to use these free community tools that can give you that 6-figure skill set,
Yep.
and just doing it live.
Yep.
So open forum, ask me questions. Hey, well, why'd you do this? Or how do you do this? Or do you really do this in the real world?
Yeah.
That's free. Just come in, see me, whatever, ask questions.
Yeah.
Now, for intent and direct work, I do offer a stage where we meet weekly to just talk about either your blockers. It could be technical, interview wise, job hunting wise. Generally, like, I have a 4-step process for the people that I work with. Stage 1, skill set assessment, understanding your true technical skill set and maybe potential transferable skills, understanding what you can actually do, and then identifying the role that you're targeting. From there, it's building out a custom project and certification pathway associated with that, right? So, like, for instance, if someone said, hey, I want to be a cloud engineer, your project pathway and certification pathway is going to be different than someone who says, I want to be a SOC analyst.
Gotcha. Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So identifying what the goal is and building out a custom pathway to get there.
Smart.
Step number 2 for me is teaching you how to source positions and have position source you. As I said before, job hunting is a skill. It's not that there's a lack of people that truly have technical skills. It's that they don't have the skill or know how to actually look for a role. Like, that's the part of the job hunt that I think people desire to spend the least amount of time on. Yeah. Therefore, they don't know how to do it properly. Right? I just said I had a mentee got hired. I told him keep interviewing, keep looking for roles, because we need to build up that muscle.
Yeah.
Right. So step number 2, teaching you how to source positions. Step number 3, interview prep.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I've had maybe like 200 or so interviews over the course of my career thus far. And I regularly audit and record my interviews. Right. I just posted that last one I had with the no camera thing. Dude, what? But interview prep, right? Not only like, am I going to help you prep, but you get to watch my good interviews, watch my bad interviews, and not only like verbalize or hear me tell you what to say. You're going to actually be able to see what it is to respond in a proactive way, in an efficient way, in a not so efficient way. Because I have bad interviews too, right? And then step number 4, offer negotiation, right? A lot of people have not seen $100,000 on a piece of paper. But if you take someone who's been making that $15, $20 an hour, you put $100,000 in front of them, they're going to sign it and not think twice about it. Right. So the last stage for my process is offer negotiation, making sure that 1, you're signing a job offer that you're happy with, and 2, making sure that you're signing or you're considering value outside of a salary. Right. There are things like pet insurance, RSU, days off, right? Learning stipends, things that people forget to negotiate because they're like, base salary, right? So making sure that they're in sync in that place. But that's the process that I walk my mentees through, and it's been working for me. Like, you know, I've made 6-figure earners at this point, and I'm happy. I'm proud about that. They're still crushing it, and I want to continue to make more. Like, at this stage, there's different ways to do it. There's different ways to do it. Like, you could throw a frisbee and find a coach for whatever, right? But it comes down to, like, is that person right for you? Like, do you mesh, and are you accepting of the fact that it's going to be work? Like, I want to work with people that understand. Like, I'm not gonna play with you. I'm straightforward. My content is truly like me. What you see on my content is what you're gonna get in real person. Like, that's who I am. So, like, I want to work with people that want to work, that want to invest, that understand that it's supposed to be difficult. But that's what I'm here for. To help you be finite with the steps.
That's dope, bro. I mean, you're 26. I probably didn't learn that until like I was like 34, 35-ish, bro. So you're well beyond your years, man. Like, in terms of thinking about those things early on. Like, when it comes to negotiations, that was one of the things when Clubhouse was popping back in the day, that we actually had dedicated rooms I used to speak on about that, where not a lot of folks, especially people of color, talked about negotiating. Like, when you get that 110, like, oh, I'm in. That's it. What do I sign? But it's like, when you look at like comparative like rates and what other people are making, they could be making 135, 140, and you signed at 110. And not only that, RSUs, like, generally you can't change like the best thing.
There might be potentially,
right,
but You probably locked in like that for life now.
Right. Yeah. So the vesting periods, like those, that's generally locked in. But in terms of like the number of
Oh
shares
yeah,
that you get,
like you might not be able to change that.
right. And if you get, let's say, 194, 200 shares, from a company for whatever, right? Um, and you had a potential to get like, let's say 350 or 400, and now the company stock skyrockets. You left
Right.
possibly hundreds of thousands of dollars on the table,
Yeah,
in case like
literally.
Nvidia.
Literally.
So,
And that's not something like what you just said is not something that someone would ever know unless they've achieved that point or
exactly.
achieved that negotiation ever. And that's why mentorship is valuable. There are certain things that one are not documented,
Right.
and two, you will never experience unless you've actually been there.
Exactly.
So like when some people are like, oh well, I don't really understand, like why would I pay someone for knowledge or experience, like because you would never experience it otherwise.
Right.
And then if you did, you'd probably make a suboptimal decision because you don't have the experience.
Right.
And it's not like that's just reality. It's not me saying that to talk down or like sheer. I'm not trying to say that you're being punished for not paying for knowledge or investing in knowledge,
Right.
but literally there are some things in this world you will never experience unless you experience it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you leave money's on the table. I mean, again, going back to Linda's whatever podcast, she had another person where the guy said he paid $150,000 to have Gary Vee at some event that he hosted. And now he can call Gary Vee. And for those who don't know Gary Vee, I think he owns Fanatics.
Gary Vaynerchuk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Billionaire guy. So
Yeah.
he does really well. So in order to learn and grow in a space that he's never been in, he paid to kind of get, from a networking standpoint, he paid to kind of, I think he went to his event and he ended up paying for him to come and speak at one of his engagements. But Gary Vee ended up asking about who he is, and then they started, having conversations and all that other jazz. But at the end of the day, like, it's not just what you're paying for, it's also from a networking standpoint. So
Yeah.
now you've paid, now you're networking with Charles. Like, you've never had a chance to meet Charles. Now you're with this high net worth individual that has a whole bunch of other connections. So if you ever need help with
Exactly.
XYZ, hey Charles, I'm going into the space. Charles may be like, oh, I've never been in that space, but I know a guy that
Exactly.
knows a guy, and here you go. And I think oftentimes we don't think about that from this might be controversial. From our people, from my experience, our people's standpoint, we don't think
Yeah.
about that. Like, we're not willing to pay for that, and oftentimes we have to. Like,
Yeah.
white folks have been doing it for a long time. Jews do the same thing. Like,
Oh yeah.
of course, when you look at Indians and Asians, they do that often. Like, why not do the same thing within our community? Pay for that skill set and that network, where now, if you ever need something, you're around those individuals that can do that. And from a tech standpoint, I think now I'm just starting to see that people are willing to do that, whereas that's been done in the past for like years.
Yeah.
Indians have this large network that they
Dude,
built.
what? Dude, what?
You
It's
know.
almost too large.
Bro.
It's
I mean, they have literally communities. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know if you guys know, but they literally have communities where it's literally just Indians and tech folks. Like, and all they do, they literally have like workshops, within the neighborhoods where they actually talk about like tech. Like, this is a thing. Like, imagine if we were doing the same thing. The starters, of course, like, paying for it. But now if you have neighborhoods where people actually all techies growing together and sharing each other's skill sets and then leveling up, that to me is like kind of one of the tenets of like the whole Africans and tech piece. Is like, all right, what if we can network with other professionals who are of color, are doing the same thing and
Yeah.
are grinding and are willing to not necessarily gatekeep, but also like share in what's the transactional slash, it's bilateral.
Yeah, mutually beneficial.
Mutually
Or,
beneficial.
yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot biology. It's been a long time since biology, but yeah.
It's a mutual beneficial relationship, and we're growing within that